have a motion on the floor. It's always been done that way. I mean, it's been done by you that way since you've been here, correct?
No, only to supplement when we
Right,
can't
you
get
have
funding
spent
from the
out.
budget, right?
You have
or
spent out
funding from the
previous.
council, we have, yes. Again, it's not really what it's for other things, but, you know, I don't know, it's the county's responsibility to fund the office so we can run the office. And this stuff is just for paper to send out victim notices, pens, just regular office supplies, file folders. It's not for any kind of luxury item, it's just things that we need to run the day-to-day function of the office, that we're required to by statute, by the way, to send victim notice, to do these things. And so that's what the funding's for, or the addition is for.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve the $2,500 additional, on the floor. Yeah, I mirror Tracy's sentiment. I think that for this one, I would prefer to do a transfer, because that's what we have traditionally done. I would also encourage the discussion about what the purpose of the fund is for at a future date. But I also take exception to what you said, that we didn't cut the funding for it. It's just the appropriation of those lines. And we can always move the funding of those lines around.
But you cut the whole diversion, is what I'm saying, you cut the whole budget for the diversion by half.
Cutting the budget doesn't mean that, that's all that's appropriated. We just.
That's all I can spend out of it for the year.
Right, but we
Right.
can also do additional
Sure.
transfers
Sure.
within there. So, I mean, we just matched the diversion to the expected revenues.
Kind of,
Well,
because it has a supplement at the beginning of the year. So you match it only for the revenue that's brought in per year, not what's built up in years past to start the year.
right. So if you wanted to spend, and that's how we do every department, is every budget. We budget the amount that they bring in. If they have surpluses that are existing in the funds, and they want to use those, then we do those by additional appropriation. So, I mean, that's the thought process kind of one. So, I apologize, we're back to the motion. Is there any further discussion on the motion? All right, all those in favor of approving the additional $2,500 for office supplies, aye? Aye, 3 ayes, nay? Nay, so motion fails for lack of a second. Do you have your budget with you? Would you like to?
There was a second.
Okay, excuse me, for lack of majority, I apologize.
Okay, so, let me toss those in here. Who voted no?
Yeah, let's get the,
We had nay votes, Radcliffe, Martin, Blue. Do you have a line to transfer from that you would like for us to consider while we're here?
I think it's gonna cost greater, I decided to spend out of diversion. I'm not gonna fund my office for supplies out of diversion. And so now we come into the problem where, how am I gonna be in compliance with Indiana code if the county's not willing to fund the office?
So you're unwilling to spend anything on?
I've spent a ton already on office supplies. I'm asking for a bare minimum to get us by for just folders, paper, what the county's required to do. And I don't understand why that's not a reasonable request to get us by. I mean, that's what I don't understand.
So, to get you through today, because it seems to be something of an urgent matter, do you wanna play a game of brinksmanship on this, or do you really not wanna transfer, because the
No,
motion?
it's all right.
The motion has failed, so I'm
That's
trying
fine, that's fine. And I guess we'll have to adjust and see what happens next. I don't know. We've gotta send out victim notices. We need paper for the copier, and I'm not sure how we're gonna address that. So we'll have to go back to my office and figure it out and adjust accordingly. So I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm not getting support of the council for the office, but I appreciate it, I guess.
It's not that you're not getting support, it's just where the support's coming from.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, next item on the agenda is Hume Bridge, now at $210,000. Is there a motion?
motion to approve.
Motion by Paul Ryder to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Scott Ayers. Is there any discussion? All right, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And then we have, one additional for the boiler, it's listed in both River Road and QCAP.
I was gonna say, he probably would have been here, but they had their baby yesterday, so this might need to wait for his sake, cause he was supposed to get some information for you, I believe. So, we can table this until his.
Is there a motion to table?
So moved.
Motion to table by Tracy Martin,
Second.
second by Dr. Stopper. All those in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. That's the end of the agenda. Is there any other business to the council?
I do have a few things for you all. Just wanna give you an update on the reimbursable grants. Auditor Myers received $137,000 and some change on the reimbursable grant from the Homeland Security grant from last year. So that's back. On the FEMA, request for public assistance, we already got the 24,000 plus some change back on that. I did submit another request for public assistance for a little over 19,000. That was approved by FEMA, we're just waiting for that check to come. The fiscal year 2021 salary reimbursement, our cap was usually $18,000, but I got notice today that we're eligible for $19,679, so I submitted that grant for my salary reimbursement this morning. And then last week, there was a EMPG ARP, American Rescue Plan, competitive grant that opened up. It's only available to the emergency management agencies. It's a competitive grant up to $40,000. That is a reimbursable grant. Out of the notice of funding opportunity, there was 11 high funding priority opportunities, 10 medium, 3 low. So what we really have to focus on is the 11 high if we even want to be competitive. I have reached out to the Emergency Management Advisory Council and all the area chiefs, fire, EMS, and law enforcement to see if there's anything that we could do as a countywide project that I could submit for to go for this competitive grant. So basically what I'm just asking you guys for is a heads up that I might be asking for an additional for $40,000 for a reimbursable grant out of that ARP money. The closing date on that is 6 August. So I'm waiting for them to get it in, back to me, and I gotta submit it, plus I'm taking 5 days off to actually take a vacation, first time in 3 years. So,
Where did these funds go back to right now?
They go back to the, where it's spent now.
so I think the 137 came
All
out.
the grants have to have their own fund anyway, so it will my understanding is you, the commissioners will approve the grant, and then it's spent, and it's in a negative, like one of those that was in here. And then that's the additional, it's not that we put money in there. They spend it, and then when they get it, we put it back in.
Good job applying for the grants.
Anything else?
Unless you had
Thank you for all
any
your work,
questions.